Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today we're going to review the RationTech Gourmet menu number 4, the vegetarian one. This is early 2024 menu. As we've seen, it's a lot the same as the 2023 one that we reviewed last time. We do have this beverage bag that we could use with our ration heater. Our ration heater, because of the not leakage, but because the peanut butter is still sealed, but for some reason, I don't know if it got contaminated before it entered the packet or afterwards, because it's not overly processed peanut butter, the oil separates and then it somehow gets through the plastic. I do not know how. In other words, and it also could be contaminated before, but it was very oily, and that got onto the tape holding the ration heater together, so it didn't want to stick. So I had to actually use a closed peg to just keep this closed. So if you use these rations, have a closed peg in your backpack or wherever. You can use it for a different types of things, and you can also use it to keep your ration heater closed. We've got our beverage bag which we could use. I'm not going to. So with lunch we did the other cool drink. I'm just going to do the cool drink because I like the cool drink. The tea, we didn't do that with lunch. There's still one left. This is black tea. Also a coffee left because we only used one with breakfast. So you can have tea and coffee other times as well. This is the tomato vegetable, what is it? Tomato vegetable pasta. There we go. Tomato vegetable pasta. It's not really squashy. There might be larger pieces in there. I'm not going to squash it, but it's really stiff. It's 300 grams. They also lessen some of the weights in their main meals. We've got our biscuits. This is wheat crackers. It's not Provita though, but it's very similar. There is the culprit, the peanut butter, and I've put it into another bag so that it does not contaminate stuff further. I can press this as hard as I can. I don't see any extra oil or something popping out. You can knead this. There's still enough oil in there to actually vitalize the peanut butter. Because there's not a lot of additives here, it separates quite quickly. It's much like the old peanut butter that you used to buy in the shop, then get home and find an inch of oil on top and had to literally sit there with a knife or a spoon and sort of mix through your peanut butter. I remember my granddad doing that, sitting at the kitchen table with a knife, and when you get the peanut butter mixing all of the oil in. This is much the same. Then we've got this. This is our ration heater element that is pretty nicely sealed. So you get two of those. We had used one with breakfast. We add the other main meal with breakfast, just to show that you do not have to follow their regime as they set out the daily meals. What we still have left is the tea, the coffee and the creamers. I'm just not using the creamers, and as I said, I'm not going to use the coffee as well. Because this was a Ziploc bag, the outside was a bit contaminated by the peanut butter, but the inside tea stayed nice and dry, which is a good thing because this tea is stored in a paper bag. And because it was sealed up in that Ziploc bag, none of the peanut butter got onto it. So that's basically all we're going to do for our dinner. We're going to use a cup of water for this, or actually a bit more, because I don't like this so strong. It's not as sour as some of the, doesn't have that sour aftertaste that you need to quench your thirst a lot, like some of the other isotonic beverage powders. I think that was this mango flavor. It's much sweeter, so but it's just as strong as the rest of the isotonic powders. If you haven't seen the other videos, the reason it's so strong, a lot of South Africa has got quite mineralish tinted water, or tainted water, so the water has got an aftertaste or a funny taste. So you do need some strong tasting beverages to cover that. So I'll go and mix this up, pop this in the ration heater, boil water and do cold water stuff, and I'll be back with the food. So this is supposed to be tomato and vegetable bit pasta, something like that. So let's taste this. The reason I'm so skeptic is because I tasted this before, or just now. You can see this can is a gusseted pouch. It can stand on its own, but hey, I'm not going to take that little risk. It did have a tear notch up there that you can tear, but I cut it open. So you can eat it, and that's the reason why the spoons are so long, because it doesn't have a lower tear notch. We've got some screwy pasta. There's vegetables in there, there's other stuff in there, so we'll see. That was something, I think this might be, these are the vegetable balls. There's loose vegetables in there as well. You have to actually dig deep to find these vegetable balls. There's spaghetti in there. Or, sorry, screwy noodles. I don't taste the tomato. There can be tomato in there. What is in here is chili. Or cayenne pepper or some other thing very, very hot. It doesn't taste like curry because it's just a burn. And I'm almost sad I didn't keep the raisins for this, but it would have been weird with the pasta. It's so sharp. This has got a much, much higher burn than the our curry we did. An extremely, extremely high burn. Which is funny. So there can be tomato in there that I just don't taste. The vegetable, the balls, it's very much the consistency of, I think, falafel. That's what you call those chickpea things. Very much the same consistency. It tastes like mincemeat balls, but as I said, I think it's soya or falafel or some other ground down vegetables. Not bad. Masquerades very well as meat. Why you want to do it in a vegetarian dish, I still don't understand. I mean, if you like the taste of meat, eat meat. If you don't want the taste of meat, don't eat meat for stuff that resembles meat. It's just weird. But anyway, it's not bad. You can't say it's vegetables if you taste it. Taste the pasta, a bit soft. That balls, as I say, is well structured. This is actually so hot that I really can't taste the tomato in there. There can be tomato. I might taste some tomato pips, I'm not sure, but it's a bit too hot to actually taste the stuff that's in there. It's not that it's too hot for some people, but it's just too hot to actually get a nice balanced taste. And again, our cool drink, nice and sweet. I did add more water than they call for because the water where I am at the moment isn't as strongly flavoured that some South African waters are. You can see here where the our crackers was in, there's a stiffener in it so that the crackers really survived well. I don't think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, what is it, 2, 4, 6. We've got 8 crackers. And none of them is really broken. Nice wheat cracker. There looks a lot like our Provitas. Taste wheat-like. You can do the cracker here with this. You can dip it in there. Let it soak some. I'm not going to. I'm just going to dip it quickly. And with this, definitely quite nice. It does have a tomato smell. It's not really a cumin smell. So I'm not sure, I think it might be chili, more the chili thing than the curry. But it's really, it is a hot thing. So if you like hot food, you might not like this. Or don't like hot food, you might not like this. It's not excruciatingly hot that will strip the inside of your mouth type thing and so on. Now we get our peanut butter. You can see quite nice. This is not as runny as some of the others we had, but you do need to knead them because you have to mix in the peanut butter or the peanut oil. The good thing about having your peanut butter so oily is it keeps it from being too dry. Peanut butter, especially raw peanut butter like this, can be too dry, but the oil does help with it. It goes very well with the crackers because it's non-salted crackers. It tastes a lot more like peanut butter on bread, which I like. If you want to, you might chuck your peanut butter in here. I don't know why you would, but you might. And the only thing we've got really left is our tea. This is just a black tea. As I say, I'm not a tea or coffee connoisseur. So I don't know the finer values of the tea. But it's not bad. Just don't, for me, I can drink tea plain like that. It's fine. The moment any milk or sugar gets added, it really tastes horrible to me. I just can't do it. But I can drink plain tea like that and I will be fine, but just don't add water or milk or sugar, or creamer or sugar. It is terrible. I don't know where that bit of English history of mine went. Maybe I got influenced by the Malaysian heritage, some of my Malaysian heritage far back came through. Since we are so, yeah. Since I actually abhor, just the smell of tea with milk is terrible. So maybe that's from that side of the family, way back. Now what did I think about this ration? The cool drink is nice. I just hope the other cool drinks I get in these new rations is not the same, or the isotonic drinks. The biscuits are nice, they're nice neutral. I do like the Provita, so I do like these as well. There is no salt added, they're here. So you can use it with other stuff without over salting it. The whatever is in here, what might be a chili type thing, is really, it's not balanced for me. It overwhelms every other taste you get. I like a more balanced curry chili dish. You have to really taste all of the elements here. Most of it sort of gets absorbed by the burn of the chili or curry, whichever hot spice they use. Can't really taste it. It smells savory, it looks nice, it tastes nice, but as I said, the burn just sort of overwhelms it a bit. The texture is nice. You get the texture of those vegetable balls. There's some other loose vegetables like sweet corn in there, I think carrots and some of the other normal suspects that we get, most likely peas and beans in there as well. It's not bad. The tea is just nice, fine, normal black tea. As I say, I can't really say a lot about it. The peanut butter, I like it because it is not really processed. And that was our RationTech menu number 4, early 2024, the vegetarian option. So this whole ration, what do I think about it? I do like the apple, what it was, apple cinnamon, whatever cake thing we had. That was nice and actually very sweet. So you might want this maybe with this dish instead of the one we had it with breakfast, because it's so sweet it might counterbalance the burn a bit. The cool drink does, or the isotonic drink does help to balance the burn. The tea is okay. The only problem I have, you've got 4 of the same isotonic drinks. I would have liked a bit of more variety in this case. All of them were mango. So I would have liked maybe 2 other flavors, another flavor, 2 packets of another flavored drink. The raisins was nice. The fruit tubes, a lot of different little flavors. As before, they don't have a sort of a type. They used to have sort of citrus and berry and tropical, sort of that flavor. Now it looks that it's just sort of a mix, and you have to figure out what taste you get. It's not as differentiated or sorted, or this one wasn't. Our breakfast dish was nice. Can't remember what it was now. It was too long ago which one of the other main was. Is it? I know it was one of the curries with something or something. The beans and tomato curry, I can't remember. Anyway, but it was nice. Not as strong, it went excellent with the raisins. I think it was vegetable curry or something like that. The muesli dish was tropical muesli. We had that a lot in the 2023 ones. I hope that is also not a repeater. And I hope the raisins, because the other rations I think we just had raisins, fruit cubes, raisins, fruit cubes. I hope also that is not a repeater. But overall it was a nice ration. As long as it's not all that I'm gonna get in the rations with the extras. Our condiments is fine. They improved their coffee really. The teas, just I can't really comment on it. I don't use the sugar and I don't use the creamer, because I just can't take it in coffee or tea. I don't like that. But otherwise it's a nice ration. You get a nice amount of food. The meals were originally 400 grams. They reduced it now to 300 grams. Which I think it's more to do with the price than actual nutrition or the food consumption. But still 400 grams is a lot of food. 300 grams is a bit more manageable portion. All the other stuff you can, the super seeds, the raisins, the fruit cubes, you can stuff in your pocket and use these little bags if you open the pack to store your stuff in. Or to isolate the peanut butter from making a mess everywhere. And these cookies also fit in these bags, because none of these where your extras come in has actual seals. So if you broke it open, it's open. So you can just stuck your fruit cubes or whatever in these bags, and then you go. The nice thing about this is they actually isolated the super seeds in their own little packet, which was nice since you don't have to hunt for them all over the place. Which wasn't isolated was the gum and the water purification tablets. They are still free floating in the bags. We did have our salt and pepper together with our spoon, which isolated them as well against spillage and keep it together. And the long spoon makes it easy to eat out of these packages, because there's no second tear notch. And that was my review. So thank you for watching our review of the RationTech early 2024. The vegetarian meal menu for the gourmet one. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration.